The human species has been blessed with a gift that no other life form has. It is the gift of our imagination, and seriously, it's a pity how very few of us make use of this faculty. It is the faculty of imagination that has brought human civilization to the level of progress that we have today. The car you drive, the plane you travel in, or even the phone you might be holding right now, they were all imagined first. Yes, they were just a figment of some wise man's imagination before they ever came about in the physical form. Similarly, everything you imagine about yourself or your life circumstances becomes your reality. The law of attraction says that every thought you think has a frequency. The positive thoughts have an inherent high vibration, while the negative ones have low vibration. But in any case, a single thought is the basic unit in this equation. Since every thought has some charge or frequency, it acts almost like a magnet. It attracts more thoughts that are in vibrational harmony while repulsing those that have an opposite frequency. Have you seen the happy-go-lucky people? Why do we call them that? Why is it that things always seem to work for them? The rationale is pretty evident. These people are genuinely happy and tend to stay in a high vibrational state. This state attracts more circumstances or things of the same nature. That is why these people are never short of happy experiences in their life. Now it's time to see images from Neville Goddard's perspective. Neville Goddard has stated this one truth multiple times in his teachings. Your awareness creates your reality, and the outside world is just a mirror of your inner world. So, Neville tells us that the things you focus on in your imagination are bound to become your reality because that is the beginning of all creation. In case you have some desires that you want to manifest, all you have to do is to imagine them vividly in your mind. This is the first step of going from imagination to reality. The second step is to assume the state of the wish fulfilled. That is also sometimes called living in the end. In Neville's words, the future must become the present in the imagination of the one who would wisely and consciously create circumstances. We must translate vision into being, thinking of into thinking from. Imagination must center itself in some state and view the world from that state. A lot of people get stuck in these first two steps, and for that, I recommend you use the state akin to sleep method. I have already explained it in a lot of my previous videos, so I wouldn't go into details in this one. But to keep it short, you have to imagine a short scene that implies your wish is granted. You have to first get in a drowsy, half-awake, half-asleep kind of state, and then deliberately repeat that scene in your mind a few times. Your subconscious mind is directly accessible in such a state, therefore any scene you will repeat has a very high probability of getting imprinted on your subconscious. Alright, now comes the last and the trickiest step of creating reality via imagination as taught by Neville Goddard. The step is ignoring what's going on in your current reality and focusing only on the state you have envisioned for yourself. The reason Neville asks you to ignore the current reality is that when you focus on it, you will become disheartened by not seeing your desire fulfilled. That's why you have to train your focus and stay in your desired state as much as possible. In Neville's words, the world which is described from observation is a manifestation of the mental activity of the observer. When a man discovers that his world is his own mental activity made visible, that no man can come unto him except he draws him, and that there is no one to change but himself, his own imaginative self, his first impulse is to reshape the world in the image of his ideal. But his ideal is not so easily incarnated. At that moment, when he ceases to conform to external discipline, he must impose upon himself a far more rigorous discipline, the self-discipline upon which the realization of his ideal depends. Now guys, the next step in your manifestation journey is to keep watching this channel. Click now on the video on the screen to get access to the most inspiring content about Neville Goddard on the internet.